Good morning, guys. It's the 11th of July, 2019. So as soon as I get out, I see something like that over there. It smells weird around here, and somebody inside this apartment slams the spoon on the pot. I hear like they're cooking or something. As soon as I come out, you gotta remember, these sounds and this kind of noise has to happen as soon as you come out, and has to happen when you get there. It's not that people don't make these sounds and these noises and these things aren't heard. These things are heard, but not as soon as you get to a certain place and then nothing. You don't keep hearing that sound. It's not that they're cooking continuously and you just happen to come out at that time. So it's as soon as you come out, ting, boom, you get to the next door, music, the door after that, loud talking, the door after that. That's how it is. I'm not experiencing much of it lately because it's changed, but, So, in today's video, I will tell you when we get downstairs, we're going to have a lot of interruptions on the way down, as usual. One, please.
And then something, I painted mine in the kitchen. What was it painted in? I don't know why I did it because the grease spots that were there. I can still see it coming up.
They're not using sandblasting anymore.
So that introduction you just saw there will pretty much give you an idea of what my day's gonna be like. It happens straight from my apartment and it goes down and down and down and down and down and down. So now how do I, and a big truck's coming already to make noise. As soon as I come out, the noise got down a bit, and another one coming towards me. So guys, how does a person like me that's imprisoned in this evil bubble come out? If everywhere I travel to physically, they have enough time to replace everybody there. I cannot travel fast, I do not have a car. That's what they're banking on. If I take a plane, I go to the airport. Other cities, other countries, they've done this to me. They have their crew there. How? How do I come out? How do I can rattle the cage, but how do I come out? There's two ways to come out of this. One way is to stay in the same place that's really commercial, busy, government, something that they can't really, sort of flip upside down every day. See how she's swinging her legs? It's a huge thing. You guys seen it in all my videos. Every day. How? Two ways. One way is to stick to the same place over and over again. The other way is to contact the outside world faster than they could flip it, what would be the fastest way? What would it be? The fastest way to contact the outside world without them being able to flip it? Physically? No. Can't make it that fast. I don't even have a car. They have planes, for God's sakes. So when I get to a place, cars come out. That's the usual. They're moving. You gotta remember, there's a plane right away. You gotta remember, every person I get in touch with in this bubble is prepped to do what they need to do in order for me to see it. Whether it's psychological warfare, whether it's the way they're moving, and they're all moving every time I look at them. I don't know if it's technology, microchip in my eye, whatever it is. Guys, if you're watching this video for the first time, please watch my other videos without, quickly jumping the gun and saying something on the comment section, so you understand what's going on here. Because if I was in your shoes and listening to something really weird like this, I'd probably say the same thing. Noise here, construction. Not that they don't do construction, not that there's no noise, but you gotta remember, this happens as I'm filming to you on my trail. This guy releases the brake and he's parked in the parking lot, unnecessary. The big truck, psh, I hear about 200-300 of those a day minimum. It's part of the noise campaign. Not that they don't do those things, not that people don't come out of their car or open the trunk, or not that big trucks don't pass by on the street, but it's the amount of them that you're gonna see, and it's wherever I go. As soon as I get to that place, the action will take place. So my bubble is basically a setting that precedes me everywhere I go and waits for me to get there for it to do the dismantling of me. Whether it's psychological, whether it's physical, whether it's annoying me, provoking me, noise, movement. One characteristic is you'll never see in my videos someone standing still or sitting still. They're always moving. Because when I don't look at them, they're not moving. As soon as I look at them, they start to move. Even if they're that far away from here to the bus stop or from here to that store. Watch, they're gonna come out now. See how people are coming out of that store? Not a lot. They're gonna stop because they got used to me. They know I picked it up. But if I keep looking at that door, you'll keep seeing movement. See, another one came out. It's really far away. I don't know if you could see it. It's really far away. I'm gonna keep looking at the door now. They're gonna keep coming out and coming in. Those doors under the food basics signs and between the food basics and pharmacy, blue pharmacy sign. I'm gonna keep looking at that door. Now they're not gonna come out right away because they know I picked it up, so they're delaying, but you're still gonna see movement in that area. See somebody cross, the door's open again. I could stay here all day and the same thing will happen, guys. You see a lot of people with green shirts come out. They're the workers, because the people that are sitting in there are supposed to stay there. If I bring them all out now, they'll have none left in there. See the cars around me going in and out, in and out, in and out. Again, watch. They come out again. See that? All I have to do is look there. I'm looking now. They're coming out still. You think this place is busy like this all day long? People coming in and out 24/7? The time right now is like noon, I think, or 12:30. I'll ask somebody on my trail. See, they're coming out. So, what I'm trying to show you in that is, there's something in my eye, whether it's a microchip or whether it's vibrational. These guys sort of covertly talk to me in an indirect way. Told me it's some kind of vibration. When I look at somebody that's prepped into my world, something vibrates. They know that I'm looking at them in order to start to move. Look, they'll come out again now. Watch. Watch. Keep looking. Now they tell them to stop maybe, but they'll still come out. You'll still see movement in that area. See, look, the door's open. Look at that. I don't know if you can see them through here. See, they came out. I can film this all day for you guys. I don't want to waste the time. So look, I look over there. Look how they're going to move now. See, the girl moved. This one walked forward. The lady grabbed her son's arm. So whichever way I look, they move. This has been put in me for about over 20 years now. I didn't know at first. I got depressed a long time ago, and now I know why. From everywhere I turn, I see things moving in motion. See, they cut it down now. She just barely moved her arm behind her back to pretend to scratch. So they're not doing the same movement over and over. Back then, they were doing the same movement over and over again. I still have to see things move in front of me everywhere I look. So every person brought into this fake world is prepped to do that. These are not normal people I'm bumping into on the street. These are people prepped, when I look at them, to start moving, to annoy me, to stalk me, to pretty much make my life a living hell wherever I am in public. So, because it looks like to a normal person that this man is walking on the street and he's just bumping into these people. Okay, it's very busy, you know, to a normal eye. It's whatever, but it's not, guys. It's not the case. These people are prepped to wait and walk as soon as I get there. Now another one's gonna come out when I got here. Remember, all this action happened when I got here. It didn't happen when I was up there. And if it doesn't happen all day long, otherwise there'd be a zillion people inside this store. And those two walk towards me, and they're talking loud. So you see how noisy it got, the honking. Guys, everything around me in this bubble, believe it or not, I know this sounds crazy. It's a government project. It's an experiment done on me from the day I was born. My own parents treated me this way at home, so I don't know the difference between this fake world and the real one. And slowly but surely, as I got older, the bricks were laid and my surroundings were made exactly to treat me the way I was treated at home, so I wouldn't know the difference between this fake world and the real one. So, they don't have a lot of people in this area. This is one of the people that live in my building, by the way. Look, I'm gonna look at her, she's gonna move. See, she moved her arms down. She grabbed her purse, she looked down, she looked up, she grabbed her hair, look. Because I'm looking at her directly. She's gonna look back here now. She scratched her ear. She knows I'm looking at her, that's why she looked here. She's not gonna keep moving now, because they told them to stop moving, don't keep moving. She's still moving her head. Unnecessarily, looked down. Moved her feet. Pulled back up, grabbed the pole, pressed the yellow button over there. You see, all those things. Now people are gonna start to come out here. So guys, this is not a normal setting, a normal world. This is I live in a bubble. As soon as I leave my house, everybody real is get him out of here. See, he released the brake, the bus as he got here. Psh! I hear about 300 of those a day. I live in a bubble, guys. As soon as I leave my house, wherever I go, which area, they precede me to it. Cars, they're like FBI with badges for CSIS or whatever the agency that's doing this to me in Canada. They go, there's a leak, there's a fire, you have to get out of here. The real people, the real cars, everything, and they take their place. They wait for me to get there. When I get there, they do this to me. They keep moving, they annoy me, they mistreat me if I buy something. It's a fake world created specifically for me that only activates when I get there. After I'm gone, they'll pick up their stuff, they'll leave, the real people will come back there, the world will go on and life will go on. I know this sounds like a fantasy story. I know this sounds like this man is sick in the head, but keep watching for proof around me and my surroundings and watch my other videos so you know what's going on here. So guys, if that's true, if that's the case, what would make me a prisoner? I am imprisoned in this fake world. Even when I go to lawyers, government places, courthouses, they're fake court sessions with actors in there. I've proved it on videos. Check them out on my channel. It's a fake world that I live in. That's very hard to notice, and real people are completely cut out from it. How can I tell them? When I get there, it's flipped. How can I let them know? They're driving. So it won't matter where I sit, it's wherever I look. If I look at somebody in a certain place, they have to move. So if I'm looking that way right now, they move. Scratch their nose, scratch their eye, put their hands up. I'm looking at the one with the green shirt. She crossed her arms now. It's just so you don't know, it's fake. I'm looking at these two guys over there. Look how they're moving, talking on the phone. And always people have to pace back and forth in front of me wherever I go and walk towards me. Look. So I see movement even on the outside. So it's my whole surrounding. It's a huge bubble. It's about 2 miles. It's made by the government. It's an experiment done on me since I was born. A brainwash experiment that exploded in their face. I woke up and I found out everything's fake. And now they don't know what to do. They want to keep me imprisoned in this fake world and not let me get in touch with the outside world, the real world, where people are normal. You know, they're not moving the whole time. Every time you look at them, look, she yawns. This is psychological warfare to tell me that's a fake yawn. That you've done this before, it's nothing new, you're not going to get anywhere by doing this. So I'm surrounded with psychological warfare too that's being done on me repeatedly. They're getting new crews, new people all the time. I see new people every day in this area. If you look at this area, there's nothing special to it. It's always super busy. There's always construction of some sort. Buildings going up, things going up, going down. That's how big these guys are. They're powerful. These are the people who run intelligence agencies throughout the whole world. They're all connected. They've done this to me in other countries that I've been to, obviously, when I was young. Otherwise, I would have found out the difference. Why is this country people are like this? Why is my country people are like that? So now that I've woken up, it's a big nightmare to them. They're doing the impossible to keep me choked in this world so I can lose hope, get miserable, kill myself, or trying to find any possible way to arrest me, to throw me in jail, so I'm not a menace to them outside. So they can keep this under the wrap and keep it hidden, so the real world doesn't find out about it. And everywhere I go, they're talking and talking and talking and talking. And lately, they've toned it down, but before it was so loud, it was so unnatural, it was pretty obvious. Yapping, because if people are yapping the whole time, you're always hearing noises, you can't think. You won't know what to do. Look how it activates in the plaza in front of me. How everything starts to move. People, everything. Look. Over there, all the way there. Look. The guy with the fluorescent shirt walking far away. Look. In front of the store over there, how they're all gonna come in and out. Keep looking. How everything activates when I look at it. Over here, look how they move now. You see? So I'm surrounded. Somebody's gonna sit in front of me now. Over there at least. They always do. Car comes towards me. Obviously, you know. So it's a fake world. I'm being imprisoned, and these people, they know they're my guards, prison guards, and they do it covertly. They know they're prison guards, helping this evil agency to keep this innocent man prisoner. That's their work. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing pretty much. See, the other one yawns now. They're both fake yawns. It's psychological warfare to tell me, oh, it's nothing new, you've done this before, you know, you're not going to get anywhere with this, to break you down, to demotivate you. It does work at the beginning when you first wake up to this, but it gets to a certain point where you realize that when your world is full of psychological warfare, it means it's easy to break, it's easy to puncture, otherwise it wouldn't exist. If you know you have strong prison bars around somebody, you don't have to pull psychological warfare. So it's a form of barking when you can't bite. Once you realize that, then you won't let it affect you anymore. You keep going in your mojo, you keep feeling the energy, and because you want to come out of this hellhole that you're in. And now I'm looking over there, see how she moved right away, the one in front of the baby's card. So basically, I tried to turn their weapon and they're laughing. See how they're laughing in a sort of sarcastic, weird way, as if so you'd feel demotivated, or you get schizophrenic about yourself, or you don't know what you're doing, or you know what I mean? So it's all designed like this bubble, to keep you broken and destroyed and psychologically distorted and just broken. The bus drivers are in on it, the way they obviously, everyone's in on it. It's my whole bubble. Within 2 miles, everything I experienced, from cops to ambulances to fire trucks, everything, guys, it's all fake. It's a very illegal project done under the wraps. They played it safe. They were okay for a long time because I wasn't awake. I didn't know what was going on around me. All of a sudden, in my early 20s, I became miserable for no reason. Now I know why. So now that I figured it out, They're doing the impossible. I go downtown every day because it's a commercial center where I could, I'm calling some lawyers, I'm going to certain buildings, speaking to certain people that could help me out in my situation. So they're trying to find any way, possible way they can arrest me, come up with a fake charge to see it over there, look. Walking and moving, walking and moving. Everywhere I look, people are walking back and forth in front of me. Everywhere, cars. Now if I look that way, I'll see the same. If I look that way, see that lady over there, she moved, the one wearing a blue shirt. Wherever I turn, wherever I look, if I look that way, she's gonna move now. The one by the bus, by the pole, see how she moved her head back? She moved it this way. She's gonna start walking forward. This guy's gonna move now with the white shirt. Sometimes they don't, because they told him when he looks at you, when he's filming, do not make sudden movements, because I've been filming lately. So everything around me is fake. Everything. The bus driver, the people, the cars, everything. 2 miles maybe. The people in the stores, in case I come out of the bus fast and jump into the store, they can't risk me meeting real people. How do they close up the 2-mile bubble? I don't know. Maybe it's 3 miles, maybe it's less. Fire trucks, ambulances, construction to delay, police cruisers. What do they tell the people not to come into my bubble? I don't know. An emergency, a gunshot, a leak, a fire with CSIS badges, with I don't know. I'm trying to pretty much figure out how they could keep me entrapped in it and keep forbidding real people from coming into my bubble as I move across the city. So it's this crew that's around me and precedes me everywhere I go within a 2-mile bubble. In case I go this way, or that way, they precede me and they go around flipping things upside down for me before I get there and kicking the real people out of there. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. Now, in detail, I don't know. Guys, they make it miserable for me, the environment. The bathrooms, they make them smell. They throw paper on the floor, pee on the floor, barf. People in there give me dirty looks. If I go buy something, they mistreat me, they belittle me, they talk to me in a weird voice, they give me dirty looks. The women ignore me, the men laugh at me, the women laugh at me, you name it, everything. And every single place I get to is always there's construction there. For me to see things clogged up and tons of cars. Now this is my trail, they know I get off at this bus stop. Now I'm gonna show you the place that I get off at, the pharmacy, every day, and what surrounds it over there, the amount of construction. If I go to a new place I've never been to, I won't find anything. But then if I start going there repeatedly, day after day, that place will start to get flipped upside down in terms of they start to have construction, they start to have problems there, to make noise, excuses to make noise and movement, to keep me always surrounded with this really bad trucks, noise. Listen, as soon as I got here, so they're prepped in this intersection for me to get here and for them to attack. Whether it's noise, whether it's people, whether it's anything. This bus stop wasn't here, by the way. That's a temporary one. It was done for me to annoy me to be able to wait at the red lights again. It was over there on the other side. They just changed it about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Ask anybody who lives in Toronto. This is Kennedy and Shepherd. So, it's this experiment, this government project, not just the Canadian government. It's a Freemasonic intelligence agency project of brainwash. Done on me in 75. I realize I'm an orphan now because my parents, if they were real, they would never do this to me. They picked me up. It's just like the Truman Show, guys. The movie was made out of this, out of my life. I'm 43. I was born in 75, and in the mid-90s, early to late 90s, this is where, if you look at the Truman Show script, they had a lot of problems with it, back and forth. They wrote it, they waited, they changed it, finally produced it in 97, 98. That's the time where I was completely drowned in this world and just hurting. The studio was completed then. So, People always have to be moving in front of me, always, 24/7, everywhere I look. Things have to be moving. Their arms, their legs, their hair, their nose, anything to keep moving. So I don't look at something subtle. Because what this does is it depresses you and it keeps you in trance. You can't think. You can't focus. You can't function. How did I accept this world? I was into it from birth. My own family treated me this way at home. That's how brainwash works. If you want to brainwash somebody, from the time you're born, if every single place you got to, every single place you went had a red chair, you wouldn't question that. The doctor's office had a red chair. You had one in your own home. The neighbors had one. The grocery store had one. The courthouse had one. The hospital had one. But then you get to a certain point after all the disappointment and pain in your life and disaster, and you get to a point where you're going to start to ask questions. Why? Why is it like that? Is it like that for everybody else? And the noise factor that they introduce is very important, the noise. Because the noise keeps you unfocused, in trance. You can't think, can't function. You can't start to ask questions. You can't. This delays your progress, your process of figuring out what's going to happen, what's happening to you. It's because the brainwash is limited. It gets to a certain point where when I turned 19, 20, that's the time where pretty much I was ready to start asking those questions. What did they do to me? They started this choke and noise campaign and movement around me, super movement. So it's designed as you get older, age by age, for it to get to thicken and get more intense on you in order to grab you like a snake to choke you. So you can stay pretty much with your tongue out and not being able to think and function and figure things out and operate. So when I woke up 10 months ago, you guys should have seen the attacks on me. It was brutal. I would come into the bus. It was a dancing, loud, moving circus. From opening zippers to coughing to sneezing to moving to jumping to loud talking, meaningless conversation for an hour, you name it. They've toned it down a lot. And they stole my old videos that I recorded. They sent me assassins to my own home to steal the videos. I showed you in one of the videos how they replaced my hard drive at home, my external hard drive where I had a lot of videos saved. You name it. They tried to delete my YouTube channel, the one that this video is going to go on soon. You name it, everything. So this is our third episode in the Real Life Truman Show. Today is the 11th of July 2000. I see those coughs. Those are fake. They're dry, intentionally generated. It's to create noise. See the car revving engine? All this, the whole bubble, everything, 2 miles, it's all fake. I'm surrounded. These guys were pretty much brought into this world, prepped, informed what to expect, how to act. They're not going anywhere. It's all bullshit. All ages, all shapes, all forms, all sizes, all ethnicities, everything. So they were brought into this world to precede me in my bubble. They're like, wait at this bus stop. Okay, there's the bus. And I come with the bus, and then they get on. They know exactly what to do. Whether they're beautiful women to tease me, or whether they're people to cough, or whether they're to move, or whether they're to irritate me, provoke me, give me dirty looks. You name it. Can you imagine a prisoner and pretty much attractive woman moving back and forth in front of him all day long, what that would do to him? So it's a lot of tactics. It's being teased of what you're deprived of. It could be anything. A nice car, whatever you're deprived of. So it's a tactical, psychological warfare system that applies all those things, which did work on me big time. They don't anymore because I know what I'm up for now. I know what I'm surrounded with. I know where I am and what to expect. This whole parking lot, guys, all of it. See people moving back and forth over there, all the way to PetSmart. Look, I can look as far as I can, and so for some reason, as soon as I look at them, they start moving. So, whatever they equip me with, how this technology works, I don't know. But it's my whole bubble. It precedes me before I get there. Now, you're gonna ask yourself, okay, well, they have to know where you're going then. They did, guys, for the longest time. What do you think internet search is when you tap them? What do you think this is? You're reading people's minds. Because if I don't say anything to my family members, and let's say I want to go on a vacation to Cuba, and I go on the search engine on Google and I type in Cuban vacation, they'll know right away what I'm thinking about, where I want to go. So they've done this to me all along, all these years this way. Now what I do, I trick them into it sometimes. But I can't really do much. I'm limited because I don't have a car. And they did that to me on purpose. My license, there's $15,000 worth of tickets on it. I've never even gotten those tickets. Most of them were given when I wasn't in this country. That's how bad it is, guys. Because if I had a car, it would be much difficult for them to do this. They have to go faster. They have to make the bubble much wider. Because I'm faster with a car to be able to move back and forth. So this is it. It's been 10 months. They've come down the attacks. I've been figuring out everything slowly, step by step, because of all the intensity and pressure they've done to me, all the noise, all the people. My own fake mother was still at home doing the same to me inside the house, pretending she's schizophrenic. All she does all day long is talk, move back and forth, make noise with her slippers, keep pacing in front of me when I'm sitting in the living room, flush the toilet, open the window, shut the window, open the door, make noise with the dishes, noise, 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 and movement for me. That was her job for 20 years, since this heavy duty thing started. More, for about 22, 23 years. So now that I'm stuck in this fake world, they don't want me out of it. So I'm trying to get out of it. How? I don't have a lot of money. They've attacked me on my bank account, my checks. They tried to keep me deprived of money. You name it. Drug wars, everything in the book that they could have done to me, they've done it. And miraculously, I survived it all. I pushed through it all, and now I'm here. So now what they're trying to do to this fake world that I was born into, they toned it down. They're trying to make it less noticeable to the human eye, less illegalish looking and more natural looking, by getting the people not to move too much when I look at them, getting sort of a more normal looking people. It doesn't look like a strip bar anymore with naked girls and pimp looking guys everywhere. It's changing a bit by a bit. So, well, I mean, if you were that kind of person that created Christoph, if you were Christoph, what would you do in order to keep Truman in there? They tried to re-brainwash me a couple of times. It didn't work on the internet, on my YouTube channel. Everything I do, guys, in terms of information or existence, my existence, whether it's physical in this world, whether it's on the internet in the form of YouTube channel or a website, has to be cocooned, has to be guarded to make sure nothing real gets in there, because it could help me come out, raise awareness. So I have a new plan now, which I'm going to start implementing today, later on. Let's see how it goes. I have to pretty much fix up my videos and make them really believable, not in terms of cheating or making them look better, no, in terms of gathering information and putting it in a way where it looks very obvious quickly within 5 to 10 minutes. Because if I'm raising awareness to somebody that doesn't know about this, they're not going to sit there and watch 10 videos that are 10 hours each. They won't do that. I have to grab their attention quick. How do I do that? I have to pretty much put all the events that and all the things that happen to me and organize them in a certain way where they're very noticeable quickly. The idea is shown very quickly. Very quickly. It's the only way to grab your attention within those first couple of minutes. Like, wow, what's going on here? I want to watch this. If I don't do that, then I won't be able to raise awareness of what's happening around me. Because most of the people that are going to come and see me or going to come into my channel listen to the loud talking now to annoy me. And you listen to what they're talking about, it's completely meaningless, useless. There's no point of it. Completely. This is to cut me off from my mojo, my concentration, to tell you guys what's going on, and from the quality of the video. Distractions, annoyingness. And they have to put two people in front of me, they're going to move and talk the whole time. Both of them. The whole time. Move and talk, move and talk, move and talk. Papers, pen, hand, hair, shirt, you name it. Move and talk, move and talk. So they're prepped to come in here, to sit here exactly. They were told on their phone where to sit and what to do in order to keep me annoyed and irritated. This is another proof for you guys. I want you to see those things. But in this short video that I'm making to get the point across, now when you watch this and you believe what I'm telling you, I'm gonna design certain videos for you to look at to make it as short as possible so you don't waste your time looking at them, for you to get the point of what's happening in my world and see if you can help me come out of this hellhole as a normal human being or a government official or a lawyer or anybody that could actually do something about this. A human rights committee, I don't know. This is a big, this is a project done by the elites, guys. Pretty much they are the people who control this and make the decisions on this fake world that was created for me. Whether to keep it going, whether to stop it, whether... So you're up, the people that you're up against are no joke. These are the most powerful people on the planet. Ultimately, way on top. Now, if this project gets too smelly, then they'll take their hands out of it. So the people on the lower end get accused for it, not them. That's the only way this could stop, is if it gets too smelly, for them to keep their hands in it. It has to come to that point. So the smaller guy that worked for them will take the beating for it, not them. That's how the world works. That's how hierarchy works. And this is the point we want to get to. Construction. This is the place I'm going to get off. All this stuff wasn't here about a week, 2 weeks ago before I started coming here every day. Now, when I start to come daily, day after day, they start this charade to create things to clog up your view and noise around my trail. Look, they made it into one lane here. Now there's always traffic when I go in and out. There's always honking. I always have to wait in the bus, and a waiting game too. If they make you always wait extra every single place you go to, an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, imagine how many things you can accomplish in a day. As a normal person, you can accomplish, let's say 20. I can only accomplish 2. I always have to wait in traffic. By the time I get there, people in there barely doing their job, trying to annoy me, It's a nightmare world, guys. If real hell existed on this planet, it would be my life. This bubble, this government produced evil bubble. Thanks, have a nice day. Government produced evil bubble. Look what they did here. Look, guys, none of this existed here about a week or 2 weeks ago. Now, certain people out there are going to say, okay, well, they're going to do construction in the city, and it's summertime. They take advantage of it because it's good weather. I ain't against you, I'm with you. But look at the locations they're being done. Not that there weren't things over here that they could fix or needed to be fixed, but that's besides the point. You get it? Guys, I've spent the last couple of months in my own building. They renovated the whole frigging building. It's Metro Housing. It's not condominiums in Beverly Hills. If you look at the complex I live in, it's better and cleaner than most condominiums out there. Swimming pool, playground. You should see the apartments, what they did to them on the inside. They changed the cupboards, the fridges, the floors, the walls. They changed things that could not be changed. Listen. There was no noise here before. As soon as I got here, they're drilling something. How did they know that I was going to get here? This is how you know. It's all this bubble, guys, all around me. 2 miles, 3 miles. Everything I see in front of me is designed to irritate me, hurt me, annoy me. Look at the amount of cars here parked in my view when I get here. That's another big thing they like. Put obstacles in your way and clog up your vision with garbage. Too many cars, too many boxes, dirt, barf. You've seen my other videos. The car has to come out when I turn around, or the door has to open. They have to stand in front of me. Or even usually they cross. They like to cross my path, but they did it a little bit late this time because I'm recording. All fake. All of it, guys. All of it. All these people, the real people that work here are not here today. Or because if I go to it a lot, they stabilize them there. They plant them like eggplant.
Yesterday, Dr. faxed a prescription, the second prescription one. The pharmacist called back and said, hearings are only for July 12th and 14th, not the 15th.
Today, Thursday?
Yeah, Wade's John. I already, okay, fine. And then the young Timothy, he called and he said if he can cover him for few days and he was seen on Monday. until Sunday, he wants like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday carry. I did. Yeah. Today he had the dose already. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday carries. Also, and also, who is this? Munra Corey? Yeah. I live in the pharmacy, near pharmacy at Halifax, Nova Scotia. So tell doctor to do the prescription for him for Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, he's coming later in the day. No, he's coming to pick it up. Yeah, he's coming back later in the day. No, here, Kennedy. Right, original.
So guys, I'm going to explain to you today. I've done it before, but I'm going to do it more proper today. Every setting that I get to, how it's designed. There has to be talking, always. Used to be super loud before 10 people screaming and almost beating each other up. There has to be movement. Noise, dropping things, slamming books, whatever. It used to be a combination of everything. I used to walk inside the bank, and you should see the tellers laughing and talking out loud together, slamming coins. It was just a charade. It was just a circus. Now it's toned down a bit more because I know more about my world, and it was looking obvious. These big trucks to create constant noise for me. I have to hear constant noise. Because maybe if I don't hear noise for a day or two, maybe there's something I can figure out how to really come out of this bubble in the easiest way that I haven't been able to figure out yet. I'm so entrenched and busy in making these videos, and maybe if I can just concentrate for a day or two, not make videos at all, maybe I can come out of it somehow, some way, in an easy way. I don't know. I haven't gotten to that point yet. Look. A really weird colored looking car has to turn as I walk out, make noise. Look what's happening down there. So it's all these things that they want to put on your trail, these events, these really weird clogging up things to clutter your view with garbage. Whatever it is. With things that are not good for you. That are not healthy for you to see everywhere you go. Are not healthy for you to experience everywhere you go. They insinuate danger, worry, dirt, negative things they insinuate. Whatever is done to me on my trail is supposed to insinuate negative things. The people that I talk to tell me negative stories. I see negative events. Things that are annoying to the eyes and ears. Everything negative in my world. It's hell. If you wanted to create a hell for a human being on this planet and make it look like he's living a normal life just like everybody else, can go anywhere he wants, this is how you would do it. You would get him used to, from when he was a kid, to an upside down environment on a minimal level. And then slowly but surely and gradually, as he gets older and older, you increase the intensity and you increase the size of it or whatever. Until it gets to a point where he is living in a world where a normal human being, if he just looks at that for 1 minute, he'll be like, "Ooh, get me out of there." But he wouldn't know. Because the brainwash and the small bricks were laid from the time he was born. Slowly and gradually but surely, over the years, to get him to that point. It's basically not only slavery and torture, it's an assassination attempt. Not an attempt, it was supposed to be an assassination on a covert, indirect, non-physical assassination. that pretty much attacks you internally. It doesn't attack you on the outside. You don't get a punch. It's elements, tactical elements designed to break you down from the inside as a human being. It's satanic. It's upside down. That's what Satanism is. It's a world upside down. There we go. So it's nothing new. I filmed all these before for you guys. But today, with this short video, I really want to compact a lot of information, more than I've ever done before, to try to put it up there and show you guys things that are unnatural about my world, what I experience, how much this costs, this project, how many people work on it, not just on the street, in the administrative level, in the offices, and to plan these things, to recruit these people, to set up these places for me. This is a project that's got at least 20,000 people working on it stable for the last God knows how many years in this country. I've been here for 29 years. So some people became millionaires, raised families out of my torture. Okay, guys? Especially my own fake family. Look at this charade. None of this was here 2 weeks ago. Tell me I'm wrong. Go to the city. Check it out. This is Kennedy between Munham and what is this? Western. What is that street? Looks like a Lawrence, but it's not. Listen. Noise. It's unnecessary for this truck to drive like that around me. To Wickware. Wickware. Check it out. In the city of Toronto. When did this construction project start? I used to get to a place and see all this rammed with cars. So instead of putting 5-6 replacements in a store, they put one now only, to replace the real people, so I don't get in touch with them. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop it for a bit. I don't know whether I should keep recording or stop it. I'm not sure. To give you a taste of what's going on downtown. This is 48 minutes almost. So, anyways, I want to raise awareness with these, especially with this video. I'm gonna do something extraordinary starting today to raise awareness in the right way, a good way, the proper way, always the legal way. And that's what I've been doing over the last 10 months. That's how I survived this madness. Believe me, the provocations were around me on a daily basis. They gave up. They know I ain't gonna explode and hurt anybody. I'm not stupid. And I'm strong enough to handle the pressure. Look. Now, what I've experienced so far, a normal person would have gotten to a clinic where there's barely anybody there, got served fast. This is fast, by the way. Back in the days, I used to get there, or other clinics, or other pharmacies, or other doctors' offices, with about 20 people in there making noise the whole time, moving, asking stupid questions, and had to wait half an hour to an hour, sometimes 2 hours to see a doctor. So if every setting in my life was designed like this, you can imagine what kind of hell I lived in. I'm shocked. How did I go through all that? How did I survive? Now that I really see what I was up for, how did I survive that? How did I do it? My mind is blown. How did I go through that abuse? Look. She has to play with her bag. So that's how it is, guys. Kids, lots of kids screaming. Because kids screaming is brutal. How did I go through this? This is nothing what you're seeing here. This way that I walked from the clinic to here 10 months ago, I would have bumped into over 70, 80 people by now. On this side only, except the other 100 spread out on the sides that come out of everywhere as soon as I get there. School buses, I've seen them on Sundays. Mail trucks on Sundays. FedEx trucks on Sundays. What else? I don't know what else to tell you. I've been filming videos and videos and videos for the last year. A lot of them were stolen by the enemy. So, gonna have to find a way to pierce this. Look, even the women that ride the motorcycles are like a movie style sort of. It's a fake world designed to deprive you of not just the necessities, a lot of things that are pretty much normal things in life that if anybody can't have, they won't survive 6 months and not even a week. And I lived like that for 40 years. Wow. It's mind-boggling. Now that I read, I could see clearly the hell I lived in. I ask myself only one question. How did I do it? How? My God. How? This is what I see all day long around me. Anywhere I go, anytime, any day. All day long. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop it right now. We'll record some more when we get downtown. All right? We'll make that part 2. This is your host, Truman, The Truman Show, episode 3, July the 11th, 2019. See you guys soon.